we're not going to do serve, but let me just see a couple just so I get an idea, okay, what's going on.
I wanted to ask you a question first.
Please, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just do a few to warm up.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm not going to do full motion, just to warm up my shoulder. And then I'll tell you what my question is.
No problem. I think you're going to get a lot more power on your serve with that racket. Do you feel a difference?
I don't need power in it. Remember we talked about it. It's not placement server.
I know that, but I'm just saying,
But,
it's
yeah.
like with the same amount of effort, there's going to be maybe a little bit more with that racket.
Already,
Yeah.
Here, one more, I guess. Okay, so let me show you now.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to find my motion, okay?
Go ahead.
How I'm going to serve.
Okay,
so
go
I'm
ahead.
definitely going to bring in this here,
Okay.
right? And
Yeah.
I know I need to do this more. I know I need to do
Okay,
more
go
of
ahead.
that. But I'm asking is, from here, when I go, I'm not doing this anymore. I don't want to do this, what I did before. Two things. This is number one. Just watch first. Either like this. Okay? Or, so that was both arms going at the same time, kind of. Let me do it one more time. Okay? Like this. And then second one is releasing this arm before this one. So, here. But this is big, Nick. I'm actually like, I need to figure out how I'm going to serve. And I want to stick to one thing, and I don't know what to do.
That's what you should be doing. I mean, there's a time and a place for experimentation, no doubt about it. But once you settle on something that feels good, you stick with it forever. Okay?
Yeah.
You don't change something that's not broken. Now, I don't know whether you were unhappy with your serve and made changes because of that, or you just changed your serve for the heck of it.
No, so you know how forehand, I simplified just 1, 2, right?
Okay, got it.
It's the same thing for me on the serve. The more parts I have, the worse it is. The more it's like boom, boom. That is definitely what I want, but I'm just asking you, should I go here, here, or here, then this, then this?
Okay, can you do another one? Show me the up together one first. Go ahead. Now show me the lag one, where you lag the racket on behind the toss arm. So here's the thing. Just like I told you on the forehand, there are things on your serve that are going to be very, very difficult, if not impossible to change. And one thing that's been so ingrained in your system over all these years of playing is a slight pause in the trophy phase. So this is something that's tough for you to get rid of, to be more continuous here. I don't know if you're even conscious of it. Do you know that you have a small pause? It's like a little mini pause. So in the trophy phase. So when you go here, actually it's a trophy position because your racket is freezes. So it's here, pause.
Yeah, I do know that.
You do know that. So it doesn't matter what you do prior to that because you pause the racket anyway. So it makes absolutely no difference whatsoever.
Oh, interesting.
If you had a continuous motion, then it would make a difference.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because if you lag the racket, you might get a little bit more rhythm, more momentum from the racket going from here to up and then back down. You build a rhythm there and that can help. But since you freeze the racket anyway, it doesn't matter because all the momentum is broken and the acceleration is sudden.
Yeah.
So it's not the end of the world. It's not wrong to serve like that. It's just a stylistic choice or a stylistic element of the serve. And what I want you to do is serve with the way that feels the best because it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
So let me just observe a little more. Maybe I can pick up some other things. So do 5 serves, abbreviated, and then you're going to do 5 serves with the lag. Start with the abbreviated one. And now do the lag. So I don't have anything against the pause, but players that have a pinpoint stance serve like you do, that pull the back foot in as the racket is frozen here, while it's not necessarily wrong to do that, okay? It can create problems such as a racket drop leak and so on. So this is something that you've been doing probably from day one, is that you used to have a pretty full take back like this. You used to come in here first and then you pull in. So independent of the style that you're showing me here, it's the same timing of the pinpoint stance. So when you go early here and you're waiting, once you hit here, that's when you go in and load. When you go lag, you go here first and then you pull in. So it's pretty much the same. Now, I will say though, that since you are frozen here, it completely defeats the purpose of a lag. So if you were going to stay frozen here and have a pause, it probably is going to feel better to abbreviate the motion a little bit and go up together. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because I did feel a little bit more pop on the abbreviated one versus the lag one.
And I feel better with abbreviated. I really do.
That's what I see. And you understand what I'm saying? The lag is useless since you freeze the racket anyway.
Yeah.
So serve abbreviated.
Yeah.
Okay? And you're going to make the serve probably less complex and it's going to feel better for you. So problem solved. You
I
serve
have a question
go ahead, please.
though, like with my legs here. How important it is the hips, like the turn and being like this? Am I doing it enough? Should I do more? Okay,
let me see if you got more flexibility. You're doing so much gym. Put the racket in the trophy. I'll hold you. Put the hip inside. More, more, more. How much can you bend? Can you bend like Sharapova?
Sorry.
Let me see. That's all you got? Hold it, hold it. Okay, you probably got a little bit more flexible. Are you doing flexibility this way?
I am.
Okay.
But my hips were always so tight and they're still tight.
See, if you can just get a little bit of it, it's good.
Okay.
If you're completely straight, you're gonna have balance issues as you're leaning forward because you're throwing the ball inside the court.
Exactly.
So if you don't do any leaning, any bending, I mean like this, you're gonna have balance issues. You're gonna fall into the court. So you're gonna do a little bit, and there's players that do it too much, okay? There's some that bend way too much and they can't get out of a bend that's too severe. So that part is okay.
Can I see a ball? Can you tell me this is okay?
Let me see. It's very small, but I see it. It's there. There's a little bit of a bend. Because I think there's some limitations with your flexibility.
Yeah, it is. I'm tight in my hips.
You're a little bit tight in that area, yes. Remind me of a Danielle Collins serve. All right, one more thing that I noticed as I was watching some of the clips of you. You were experimenting with the back foot placement, correct, in the past year? Or no?
No, I just struggle with it. Sometimes it just goes here and I don't want it to go here. So I'm trying
Okay, you like it a little bit better behind the other side?
I like it right here. Right here.
Well, you don't want it there.
Where do I want it?
You want it like that. Pull up a little bit more where my racket is. A little bit more. There you go. That's probably perfect.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought you want to go like here.
Well, that's not a complete... See, I feel like when you go there, you're not going to load fully.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
What should the leg distribution be like, the loading here?
Don't worry about that. You just do it by feel.
Okay.
Now, if you throw the ball behind you and you don't lean in much forward, it's probably going to be a little bit more on the back foot.
Okay.
If you throw the ball more inside and you lean forward, it's probably going to be a little bit more on the front foot.
Okay.
So it depends on how much you lean and it depends on the toss placement.
Okay.
But you don't spend any time thinking about it. You just load to the best of your abilities. I'm sure that you probably spend a lot of time trying to load the back foot, correct? No?
Yes, because it's always so much on the front foot, you know?
Because you were bringing it to the outside. See, when it's on the outside, there's very little weight here.
Yeah.
So when it's more like this, now it's a little bit more of an even distribution. When it's here, again, you're not able to put a lot of weight here if you go forward. Most of it's on the front. So That's what I'm saying. Like this style right here is probably the one that's most neutral. Okay, that was perfect right there, the pinpoint. Do a last one, Emma, one more. Ace. Now are you free of all doubts on the serve? Are you ready to continue to serve like this now without thinking about it?
Yeah, I am. But I just need to stick with it and not try to change things all the time.
I think when you go into the gym, because as I've been telling you now for the last year, you know how to play tennis. You're really good at keeping the ball in play. You can hit the ball with your eyes closed. What was lacking a year ago was explosiveness and the quickness. And that's gotten a lot better, but there's still room for improvement, right?
There's still more.
Also flexibility, here, just general flexibility. That's something that you should work on off the court. And I feel like what's important now for you is not to practice so much, but to play tons of matches so you build the confidence, and also to take care of your body so you stay injury free.
Yeah.
You do everything possible with your body, nutrition, lifestyle, and then play tons of matches.
Yep, I agree.
You agree with that?
That's where I'm at. Thank you so much.
Emma is back.
Emma's back. Let's go!
First WTA tournament in Boca 2 weeks from now. Come on.